though. It's a little Saturday morning conversation. Damn, I keep saying that shit.
Saturday morning
I
conversation.
know.
Yeah, it's a Saturday morning conversation.
Nah, it's the Saturday
But
conversation.
now it's just the Saturday conversation.
Got the logo.
Saturday, get with my
just-
Vanna White shit. The Saturday conversation. Y'all didn't see the Vanna White shit, but you know we on YouTube now, so you know we actually probably should start actually getting dressed for this shit.
Yeah, that's why I got. That's why I had to wear the white.
The man Iron Monkey, he's all nicked out right now. Nick Smets.
Yeah, man. New York, big city of dreams.
How New York have like 17 sports teams and like 3 of them share the same colors?
See, that's the beauty of it all. see, that's the synergy.
Why is this? They should change their color scheme though, because that's obviously not the winning colors.
Well, see, this is the thing, because with Pittsburgh, this is one thing people don't know. Pittsburgh, their colors are black and yellow, all their teams. Steelers,
It's true. The Pirates.
Pirates.
Yeah, black and yellow.
even the Penguins. So, like, having certain colors for your city, and that's the thing. That's why I said every New York team has some form of blue, except for the Jets. Even though them and the Giants play in New Jersey, they're more New Jersey Jets.
I don't consider. I know they play in East Rutherford.
Yeah.
I know they
The
represent a
Meadowlands.
part of New York, but I don't consider them New York. I'm sorry, I'm a Pats fan, so I hate the Jets.
Yeah, I don't really like the Jets either, so
Jets.
I'm not a Jet fan either. So I'm with you on that, boo. Because they got Celtic green.
Whatever.
I'm saying like
or
the
Hess
orange.
green or
I mean, my
Hess
point is that this orange and blue or tangerine and
Yeah, no,
whatever
because it's the
colors.
Dutch colors, know what I mean? The original settlers of New York.
Ah, okay, it makes sense.
You know what I mean?
They're not winning though, so maybe they need to change their color scheme
Well,
to the pinstripes.
Watch. Things about to change.
Could you mind if the Knicks wore pinstripe show?
Didn't they have pinstripes in some form of their uniform back in the
Listen,
No, I mean like Yankees, like blue and white pinstripes. It just
Nah.
changed
No,
all
if
the-
that
day?
happens.
Because then they'll look like the Brooklyn Nets.
Spike
You know?
Lee is gonna wear the more craziest stuff if you get pinstripes design.
Not him. You gotta worry about like them other dudes like wearing some funny stuff. What's that dude that used to play for the Knicks? I can't remember his name. Clive.
Oh, Clive, the dude that does the hair commercials and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll say hey to Mr. Gray. That guy.
That guy, yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
Oh my
He got some wild suits. Like, he used to have them Craig Sager suits before Craig Sager, rest in peace. You used to have them type suits. Know what I mean? So,
See,
The difference is that he succumbed to peer pressure, and Craig Sager was like,
no, he was a
Wait,
pimp.
he's-
Because even back in the day when he was an old school Nick, like, you used
Oh,
to see
yeah,
pictures
yeah,
with
yeah,
him in his
yeah.
fur
Oh,
coat
okay.
and his cars out by the bridge and shit. Like,
Rest in peace,
he's a
Craig
dude.
Sager.
Yeah, Craig Sager, man. Rest in peace.
That white
But-
man has some swag.
But yeah, nah, man.
"Sorry, buddy,
Knicks all
week,
day.
man. How's your week?"
My week has been crazy. I just started a new job, which reminds me, fellas, I'm a bouncer. So when you're going to the nightclub, it would be important to wash your ass. Because when I have to search you, I have to go down your leg just to make sure there isn't a gun down there. And then when I get a whiff of it's like, you go outside to go talk to bitches and with your stinking ass? It's like,
They coming
come
right
on.
from the gym.
Like,
bro.
you don't feel that shit? Like, I'm riding my bike this morning. I'm still kind of...
You know what, too? Like, no, as a bar back, right? And this is the problem I used to have, especially in the summertime, right? When I used like at this new club, I don't have to do it, but at the old club, I used to have to go table to table, pick up shit, get them glasses, bring it to the bar, boom. But then sometimes there would be spills, so I have to clean up a spill. Women with their open-toe shoes and their feet smelling like sweaty, rotten pickles. Yeah.
Yeah, the worst is
Why you have open-toe shoes and your feet smell bad? Like, you're supposed to be airing the shit out, and
like
the
if
shit
you got
still
the
smells
open
bad.
toe shoes, your shit should be clean. I
And-
hate seeing open toe shoes with dirty feet. Like you didn't even clean your feet. Or where was you going in your sandals that you didn't realize that your feet are now black? Like you didn't wear the proper shoe choice. But yeah, I retired from bouncing because
I'm not a football.
I got sick of punching people in the face. To be honest.
Oh, yeah? No,
I haven't gotten sick.
you didn't. You got sick of the heave ho? Like throwing people
Yeah,
out?
man. Like I worked the door at,
Like it's an episode
at a
of
few
Fresh
clubs,
Prince.
and some of you motherfuckers just have a good ID, man. Like for real. Don't be trying to get in, especially over there where you at, man. All I do is try to get in with their fucking indoor soccer club cards. One motherfucker handed me his bank card because remember how they put the picture on your bank card? And shit?
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, but my picture's on it." Motherfucker,
no.
get out of here, dog.
We
got
gotta
a
have
real
a
ID,
car,
bro.
we got a card reader behind the desk just to make sure your shit ain't like bad, man.
So my Boys and Girls Club card ain't gonna work.
No, man.
Yo,
I got a
Paper
picture.
IDs, no, none of that.
I got a
shit.
picture of myself, and I got my Boys and Girls Club card.
using your work badge and shit. That's not gonna get you into
It's
the
not
club,
like back in
B.
the day when you had the blue card medical. You could just walk up to any doctor and be like, "Yeah, I need this," and they'd be like, "Yeah, okay."
No, but
You're
are they?
definitely Shirley
Do
Johnson.
they look old enough?
Not all of them. I mean, Guatemalans is like mad
I
short.
know. Oh,
man.
damn it, man.
But some of it has got just like young faces. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
They could be 25, but they look 17 still in the face.
Yeah.
No, I'm 40, and people get surprised when I tell them I'm 40. They're like, "Yo, I thought you was like in your early 30s." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." You know?
Right?
And black don't crack unless you smoke it.
Well, about that.
What? Moving along.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, how was your week though?
It was all right, man.
You did a lot.
First thing, yeah, I did a lot.
You thought I forgot?
First thing, go to the YouTube,
Yep.
subscribe,
Yep.
and
Saturday
leave your
conversation.
notes, leave your what do you call it, messages, comments on the show, all of that.
Feedback.
Also, feedback. Go to the Spotify, do the same thing.
And it was
Go
Clyde
to the
Frazier.
Spreaker, do the same thing. Huh?
It was Clyde
Clyde Frazier. Yeah. My week is good, man. I started driving for Uber on the side, just a little 2 hours. after
Hashtag
work
label
every
out?
night. Hashtag label out.
You got
And-
your driver number so people could special
And
request you?
Lyft. Nah, man, I don't need all that shit, man.
No, because if I'm working at the club, like at night, and I need a ride home, I'm finna throw you the dollar than somebody else.
I didn't even think about it like that.
You see, you gotta get up on it, man.
Yeah, find me on there, and if I can just request me. I don't even know how you do it.
Well, you'll get it for next week.
I don't even
but
know how
either
you
way.
do it. But
But either way, how's it been though?
it's all right, man. There's been some interesting motherfuckers. And like I said, like I hate getting in the Uber and the taxi or whatever, and the motherfucking cab driver just trying to talk my ear off, and I'm just trying to like not throw up in his van from the club.
I was just about to ask you, had that? Yeah.
Or keep my fucking zen, or when you get off the plane, you tired or whatever.
Smell
so-
heavier cumin.
Yeah, so you get the quiet Uber ride unless you talk to me. Then I'll talk back.
All right.
Last night I had a dude tell me he fell off a 3-story building,
What?
Oh, you broke his back.
broke his back. He's about to get a big settlement. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Doctor said he needed a backiotomy.
3-story building?
I don't know, man. Like people they exaggerate.
Why is it that in Rhode Island there's always someone willing to tell you the most craziest story that happens?
I think
to
that
them?
people
they
just like
try-
to talk, man. They just
Sure.
got that
No.
nervous talk. Like I'm okay driving in silence. I got sports talk radio on if they don't want to change the channel, and then I just drive. You know, but if they're like chitter chatter, and I had a dude fall asleep the other night, though. I took him. He went from Providence to like URI, so it was like a 30-minute ride.
Yeah, that
I had to
makes
wake
sense.
old boy up, and then like somehow like the Uber, like the end of the Uber trip was like 3 houses past where his address was. So I pulled up. I was like, "Yo, wake up, dog! This is really the spot." He was like, "No, it's not." I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Oh no, we drove past it, so I had to back up." But it was cool.
Yeah.
I might have did the old school backup shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to my lady who does this shit all the time. Even though her stick is in the floor, she still reaches up for that shit. Like she driving 89 Cutlass and shit.
What?
No, she drives a brand new Subaru, but she drives it sometimes like it's an 89 Cutlass.
I seen a guy driving on Post Road with an 86 Scirocco.
Ooh, they're out there, man. They're
Yo,
out there.
I'm like,
Plus, it's the season, too.
When
It's the
is
summer.
I'm like,
It's warm now. You about to see all the classics coming
was
out.
that the year that it stopped making? Because I've never seen another Scirocco. He was like, yeah, it's 86. I'm like, I think that's the only year.
So shout out to the steering column shifters.
The vintage car drivers.
Thank God Daryl's the safest driver out there for
Well, yeah.
people. He's the safest
See,
driver.
that's what I'm saying. But
Yo,
next
wait,
week,
I'm
next week,
trying to
Yeah,
figure
it's
it out.
perfect.
I'm about to put snacks in that motherfucker.
Yo, I've seen guys have
Nah, man,
gum,
'cause you don't wanna start
snacks,
feeding people.
water.
Right, but then I'm also like, nah, because the motherfuckers are gonna eat the snacks and not take their trash with them and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna start
I'm gonna have to
creating
clean my
gremlins,
fucking
man.
Uber out every time after everybody has to clean my van out and
Plus,
shit.
it's-
So
Plus,
the rise is only like 5-10 minutes. Like, what the fuck? Nah, you get a car charger for your shit if you need to charge your phone.
I've seen a guy with like 5 different charging ports.
Yeah.
He goes off, but it's like that's his way of making business.
If I was doing it like full time,
and that's your profession.
then my shit would look like Cash Cab on the inside. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just doing it for like gas money and extra shit. You know what I'm saying?
But you saw Gremlins though. You know certain Mogwais you don't feed after midnight because then they turn into Gremlins. You know what I mean? Because then they'll start leaving shit in your car. Now you're giving them something to actually throw up. Like, you got to be careful with feeding them too at a certain hour.
Here's the thing that I've noticed though, driving the Uber, you get some of these.
You should get ginger ale.
You get some of these addresses and you're like, damn, I'm about to go to the hood. And then, right? So you're on your way to the hood, but it don't look like the hood no more. And you just see like shit that you never seen in this area. You know,
stores that be open 24 hours.
Bunny rabbits and stuff.
Nah, just it's a little more suburban in the hood these days. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen a lot of like.
Well, you would want to think people taking pride in their neighborhood more than it just being gentrification. No, because if anything, like that's one of the importance that.
No, very true. But I mean, there's a lot. Like just like some of the places I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to like keep my head on the swivel. And I see
yo, where's my baseball bat?
And I see like 3 like young like white chicks just walking the street
with tattoos
like,
and
2 in
bow
the
ties.
morning. Like I'm like, damn, did this bitch know where she's at right now? Like. This shit is not safe.
You're not telling me nothing new because that's how Brooklyn is now. For me,
it's
like,
just,
oh man.
So, with that regard, but it is a lot more.
It's different.
I haven't had any drunk people in my car yet, but I also wasn't out last night very long. I did a couple joints and then I went home because that's my theory. Like I get out of work, I drive home. If I get calls on the way home, then I get calls on the way home. If I make it to home first, I win. But and then after I drop them off, I start heading back home. Yeah. So that's my thing.
What if you go home real quick and like they hit you up and it's like a really
if they hit me before I pull up my driveway, then I'm going to the call.
You
know what I'm saying? That's just like
right to the money. That's
I go because it's gonna be on the way and it's gonna be like a 3-minute, 10-minute ride from wherever you're at. So it is what it is. As long as they don't want to go to Boston, I won't be too mad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
because
like I can't front like the dude. I picked the dude up at downtown. And then I looked at the thing and it was like 35 minutes. And I was like, fuck.
You took it?
Hell yeah, I took it. Hey, man.
No, because
It's Rhode Island, man. Nothing's really far. But I was like, damn.
See, the other thing, too, that I know about you, you used to drive all the time. You used to go from here to New York all the time and then come back in the same day. I'm like, yo, the fuck? Like, that's all you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you worked on your road rage where you could actually do Uber.
Wait a minute.
Like you've come a long way, B. Like,
see, I'm finding more stuff about my own family. With
listen,
you,
the
like,
road rage was
real.
The road rage was serious.
That's why when he was like, "Yo, he didn't have no drunk people in the car or go to the hood looking for the bat."
Give me one line when someone just
Nah. The road rage is organic,
way
man.
Too much vulgar. Way too much
vulgar.
Nah. It's just road rage is organic, man. Like when you're in traffic and motherfuckers do stupid shit.
All right, when you pull off, I'm gonna ride up with my
yell. You just yell whatever comes to your brain first.
Yeah.
And I actually been trying to like keep it quiet too, because like a couple times I was driving with people in the shit, and the motherfucking dude do some stupid shit, and I'm like.
I did that in Fort Worth, and the guy was just like, "Is everything okay? Do I need to get out?" And it was like, "Yo, you don't see how bad your anger looks when versus when someone sees that shit." And then
until
you're like,
somebody tells,
"God, yo, that's embarrassing."
Yeah, my road rage was bad, yo. Like I pulled up on a dude like in a gas station one time,
and that's why I'm like, "Yo, you've come a long way, B."
Because he was popping wild shit, and I was like. This motherfucker's popping wild shit right now.
You know how them niggas are from Detroit, huh?
He's hanging out of his car and shit. It's like screaming out. I'm like, oh, hell no. He pulled into the fucking thing. I pulled into the thing. Like, what now, motherfucker? Like, talk all that shit. He was like, bro, I don't want no problems. I'm like, all right. But fucking be careful who you talking to, dog. Like, I was about to beat his ass. He was like, you know what I mean? He calmed down, so I returned that energy.
Yeah.
If he would have hopped out his shit, then we would have been fighting in the gas station in New York.
And it will be a different podcast right about now.
I don't see him as that kind of a guy. I see it as like if you give him that type, if you give D that type of energy, he's gonna give that same energy back.
But the road rage was real.
The road rage was real.
That's why I had to be like,
never seen that about you.
No, but you see, as your boy, I'm like, yo, it's beautiful to see the progression of where you was, like how you used to drive back and forth from here to New York and then come back, and the road rage was real. Where now you're doing Uber, you know?
It's like the growth.
Yeah, the growth is real, man.
Because I'm old now, man.
You're 41.
I'm that old dude who just drives the Uber during the day. You know, I'm just driving and just like retired motherfuckers.
Man, I'm just driving for weed money. That's all. That's all. You know, the more money I make.
I think I took at least 2 people on drug deals.
You felt it. It was like, I smell pine.
Without giving too much away.
Yeah, but you know what though? But you know what? They have that new movie out too, and that movie looks real funny too. That all through my head, all through my head, I'm just picturing you as the aggressive dude, as the aggressive driver, and the other guy being the timid guy.
Yo, I haven't even seen it yet.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, this nigga getting too wild on my phone. Nah, I see him on Facebook. Hold on a second, I gotta go pick him up. Where you going? All right, cool. It's on the way.
Right? Nah, I haven't kidnapped anybody yet, but this shit is all right, man. I'm definitely sure I took a couple people on some drug deals and some, like, lots of booty calls late night. Like, picking up a lot of dudes and like a lot of chicks. Picking up a lot of chicks going to houses and they don't really know. I'm like, yo, which house is it? She's like, I'm not really sure. I'm like, where the fuck am I taking you right now? Like, it's that hour, 2:00. You know what I'm saying? Dude was like, come through. I don't have a ride. Yo, just take an Uber, yo.
I've definitely been that provider of Uber or something like that.
So, you know, or you pull up and it's like, you're looking for, you know, Tony. And it's like a chick standing there and you're like, oh, Tony? Yeah. You're like, all right.
It's Toni.
Yeah.
Tony's on her way to
on an appointment.
Right?
Yeah, that's all. You know, because it gets to a point where it's none of my business.
Right? I don't even ask no questions. We're not going to talk.
Because the less you know, the less they can bother you with.
Right?
Yeah, man. Because sometimes they say the more you know, the better it is, and you see the little
star
with the rainbow.
Yeah, right.
The more you know, it's not.
Ignorance.
The less I know, the better.
Some shit you ain't supposed to know about. You know what I'm saying?
Ignorance can be bliss at times.
I just don't. I'm just like always like, you know, you watch Law and Order and shit, and like, you know, you drop off these chicks and they don't really know where they're going.
Oh yeah.
Or you drop off a dude. I dropped off a dude. I was like, which house? He was like, I don't know, man. She just told me to come to this address. I'm like, well, here it is. Like, good luck. But like, you know.
Like,
and then I'm like, I'm also like, I'm that dude who like, if I drop you off, I'm gonna watch you go in your house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but then I'm like, damn, do I want to be like I feel like the creep? You know what I'm saying? Like, just checking.
It would only get creepy if you did this. That would be like that.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're dropping off strangers. It's not like I'm dropping off like family or friends, and I'm like, all right, make sure you get to the door and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're dropping off like,
make sure you get in the house. You see a light turn on. You know
then you pull off. But when you dropping off, like taxi ain't waiting for you to fucking.
No, they pulling it off. Be like, damn, I love my keys. I love my keys in the taxi.
I'm a little biased on that. If you're a dude, I'm leaving your ass. If you're a female, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna make sure you get inside.
No, but sometimes,
I'm also like, yo, I hope I don't never drop nobody off and then they get murdered because you
know
they always follow like, they always follow the Uber. Yo, she got in the Uber at 6:05. Then you're like automatic suspect and shit.
And you gave us snacks.
That's crazy. You said I don't want to jump into that convo, but I want to leave it to somewhere else. That's why Ashton Kutcher is under fire right now in an investigation because a girl that he dropped off was fucking murdered.
Oh yeah,
that's why he hasn't really done anything.
Yeah, you become one of the suspects because you're one of the last people to see her like alive.
And you see, it's a good thing that I don't drive because like my Uber, like I would have like, you know what, I got candy bars for sale for my kid from school for the fundraiser. You know,
all the rappers got your fingerprints on them and shit.
Yeah. I got motherfucking movie passes that I get from AAA. Like, yo, what you need? Yo, I got breath mints. I got mouthwash. Yo, I got a convenience store. I got a bodega on wheels.
Right, you got
I got that New York hustle in me where I'm not just driving Uber and Lyft. I got my own little hustle going on.
It's like a bathroom attendant type shit. You got all the fucking.
Yo, B, where you going, B? Yo, I got them for you, B.
Right. I'm trying not to be that dude because I use my van for like regular life too and shit. But I am all about about to get the DVDs heavy because I got the DVD.
Oh yeah.
Sit in the back. I might just throw Iron Man in there right now because I got Iron Man.
About the Netflix and chill in the Uber.
No. Come on, man.
Yeah. You see, again, I will be the
No, your passengers. Your passengers.
See, I will be the bodega on wheels. I'm not gonna be the brothel on wheels. There's a fine line.
You just ruin movies now for all my customers.
Nah,
man.
but I'm
Like,
not gonna be the brothel on wheels. Like I'm gonna be the bodega on wheels. Like I got my little hustle. Yo, you need wraps? I got wraps for you to be.
Well, you got to be careful with that
got
too.
the ATM coming at you.
But I don't drive, so like
You can't be really too advertising with the
I don't
nicotine sales because if you ain't paying them nicotine taxes,
Well,
you know what I'm
again,
saying? Your Uber gonna get ran up on by the ATF and shit.
again, I got the New York hustle.
Tobacco
So
barrels
again,
are
I
coming
don't.
for your ass.
I got the New York hustle. I don't. I know how to keep my mouth shut. Be like, yo, you need them? I got them.
It's not about you keeping your mouth shut. It's about motherfuckers
Others.
knowing, like, yo, you know, dude with the Uber that got all the bud in it and shit.
Nah. I ain't
Dude
moving
selling
no button.
Lucy's out the Uber and shit. You know, and then you get pulled over and shit.
Mentos and non-mentos.
Right, you
The
get
nigga with
pulled
the
over by the
Mets
state troopers with your fucking little moving bodega and shit. And they're like, you paying taxes on your bodega, sir? You're like,
Me speaking no English.
damn.
Yo, as much as I get confused for Cape Verdean and Spanish, I gotta try to flip it on them somehow.
Right?
Yeah.
I gotta learn enough Spanish or Cape Verdean to be like, I don't know how to speak English. No, no habla español.
Then
No
just call
English?
an interpreter and shit. You'd be like, hey, Jose, where you at right now? I know you're Cape Verdean. Come over here and talk to this Cape Verdean dude real quick.
And then be talking to me. But I'm deaf in this.
You'd be like, oh, it must be a different dialect.
Yeah,
I don't
for
understand what
real.
this dude is saying.
Yeah, for real.
You know,
Gotta act on instinct.
NBA draft.
Oh, yes.
Actually, consequently, the NHL draft,
What
which
a-
seems to be on the NBA schedule, was also last night.
That was the dumbest thing that NHL could have ever done. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm
Well,
not
they
saying
just-
that
I mean, their
their
season
fans are not watching the draft.
Well, no, they were like back to back. So like,
Oh, it was bad.
It's in the
last
same
night
news
was
cycle,
NHL
though.
draft. The night before was NBA draft.
Yep.
I don't know anybody in the NHL draft. So they're mostly Russians and Polish dudes.
I know the
a couple
Rangers had
Canadians and some
pretty
dude from
Few black
Miami. I
guys.
think it was like the first pick was like some dude from I want to say he was from like some warm city like Miami or some shit.
I always find it interesting when I see a guy that's from a warm city playing hockey, and he's like going pro, like
Well,
and
like
it's-
Las Vegas?
Well, they got to go in those ice rinks and those arenas and stuff like that. You know,
but-
Anaheim, California. You know, that's a hot place.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hawaii.
I think in America went number one, and then it was like mostly Russians, and then a few black dudes were sprinkled in there. I think
Oh, word?
there's always a couple black dudes that go and then,
Hell yeah. I know Popeye Jones' son is supposed to be nice. I know he came out a while ago, didn't he?
I don't know, man.
Well, either way.
I watch Red Wings hockey occasionally.
Yeah, I'm a very faint Rangers fan because they're New York. You know, but other than
But-
that,
The NBA draft,
yeah.
you know, aka the Zion sweepstakes, aka
Yeah, well,
is
Zion.
yeah, pretty much it's the Zion show. He cried on national television, which it is what
Oh
it is.
yeah,
No, but
Dude came from like his
came from nothing.
see,
makes
and
something.
the thing about him that I like is the fact that as much as people want to like pump him up to be like this overhyped person, he seems to be a very humble, down to earth person where he reaches out to everybody. You know, he smiles and he just has a nice warmth to him.
Well, I mean,
And-
he's doing it the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
He doesn't seem to be arrogant in no way, shape, or form.
We'll see. We'll see on the court.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Well, on the court,
See,
it's
I
different.
think he's,
We'll see on the court.
Now is the
You
challenge,
gotta-
though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been busting motherfuckers' asses since middle school. when he was like
yeah, now it's time to
6'5",
see.
dunking on motherfuckers in middle school and shit. Now he's in big boy league where motherfuckers might not weigh 285 because everybody's like, oh, he weighs 285. He's just gonna be able to come
Yeah,
through.
but you gotta learn how to
But it's their
utilize that.
job.
But it's how you
It's their job.
you know.
And that's the major difference between the NBA and college, because at college, it's not your job. You're fitting to put out like an audition tape to get that job, but if you're no good whatsoever, you got to go to class.
Not only
Yeah, right.
And I'm not going to catch this charge on Zion, and I got to go to class tomorrow with these bruises? Hell fucking no. Nah, I'm
yeah,
straight
you're
with
right.
that.
No, you're right.
Nah,
And also
hell no.
that it's like you got
Them bruises ain't worth it.
He got to realize what. Not just he knows his talent. We all know he's talented, but it's just like His talent has to add in to the organization. Where does he fit in?
Yo,
I think
they
now
flipped,
he's- now
they
he's the
flipped
man.
that. They flipped that pick, and they got so much
many
shit.
They got
Yo.
so much shit. Like, do you think him and Ball? Like, I think Ball
Ball is nice.
I think Ball is nice. I don't think he's a 30-point man.
No, not at all.
I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be a 30-point.
He's a
man,
true point
period.
guard. What they've done, I think, in New Orleans is they set it up in a way where now they're super young.
Yeah.
So now they don't have really any expectations as far as like winning a title. Like I think that if they make the playoffs this year, that's going to be enough.
And now it's not leaning on one.
It's not leaning
star.
on one dude. Like,
See-
they got a guy who can get Zion the ball. He plays above the rim.
Yeah.
He's not going to really be trying to bring the ball up that much. He's strong enough already. He just has to find like a 17-footer, and he's going to be a problem. But
Well, see,
You know,
the
they got-
way I look at it is the way that they're building their team. Their team is young, as you said, and with their trajectory, they're gonna be, if they grow together and keep them together, and the GM does their contracts properly, where they can continuously grow as a core four, right? Is that by the time that the Lakers and LeBron's he's out the league, when Harden is on his backside of his career, when the Warriors are on their backside of their career, because this is 4 years from now.
Yeah.
They're going to be on the upswing when those teams are going to be on their downswing. So the way that their trajectory is, even with Portland, because Portland is a great middle-of-the-road type team where they just always going to see them in the middle of the road. They're always going to be in the playoffs. They might try to sneak it, but one of them teams that actually position themselves to actually be on the upswing right now is the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Because they're getting back Michael Porter Jr. because he sat out all last year with his injury, and then they got your boy.
oh, Bol,
Bol.
steal of the draft.
Yeah.
Bol is the steal of the draft. Remember, I said that shit.
I'm going to let you say that.
Man, listen.
Steal of the, he's 7'2", with a jumper. He's basically
Tackle.
Kevin Durant.
He would
Oh,
have.
tackle.
He would have
yeah.
been the steal. He would have been the steal.
He's an offensive liability, though.
But you see,
I mean,
as
we
a,
gotta. Celtics kind of got an offensive liability. We got to play. What is it? Romeo Langford, which is
Yeah, that's
14th
true.
pick. Dope player, but he got a thumb injury,
Hey.
and his percentile was like 90th within like ball handling.
But if he has the thumb injury and you're expecting him not to really do too much, you could probably sit him for a year or slow burn with him so that way he can heal. Because I don't understand what the Celtics was doing with that pick, and it's not my team, so I'm gonna let y'all do.
That's why I was sitting there.
But what it looks like is that they're fitting to flip or do something with Brown, because with him being there, it's like, why would he be your first pick when your whole need is to address your point guard situation? Unless you're trying to get like a veteran. Again, this is the Celtics. I don't really care about your team.
Thank you. You stated that already.
But y'all need a power forward because Horford walked like he's the last.
2021 is the end of his contract.
But see, with Horford was the last free agent that really came to Boston in his prime. Like, Boston doesn't attract free agents.
No.
All their players are via trade or draft. So, like, you have to replace him somehow in the draft. With Nasir Little being there in the draft, you could have easily got your power forward
It's
taken
hard to
care
do
of.
that when we're still having a young team trying to rebuild a franchise.
But see, they also traded away Baines as well to get more cap space.
we
Now
did-
the Celtics are trying to sell it on. Oh, we got cap space now. We got cap space now.
Yeah.
But again, who's the last free agent in their prime that
Gordon
came to Boston?
Gordon Hayward, and he's
No, he came via
not Gordon
trade.
Hayward,
Came via
excuse me.
trade.
It was
They-
Horford,
it was
and you didn't
Horford,
take
yeah.
care of
I
Horford.
Hayward, Horford.
And Horford's the Dominican Poppy type dude. Like, he's the Spanish, basketball player.
Was he like
He's supposed to
32
be
million
because
right
he's
now?
good in the community.
Yeah.
Right, and he's a good person. Like, you had
I
no
don't know,
shit
man.
about him.
The Pistons drafted some French dude. I never
No,
heard
but his
of.
name is Sekou, and
Hey.
Sekou's my boy.
That's what's
He
up.
he said some smooth shit. He's like, you like that, right?
He's pretty.
I love
He
that.
seems to be pretty nice with friends. He's mad young though.
Yeah.
It's like it smells
How old
like
is
it smells like a Darko situation. He's like 19.
Yeah, but I don't.
It smells like a Darko situation to me.
I don't know what you I, like.
I hope the kid pans out because I want my Pistons to be good again.
You see,
But-
now the difference
gonna
between
be good.
the difference between the Pistons and the Celtics. I don't care about the Celtics. Like, the Pistons, like, I could generally care about I could generally care about the Pistons. Like, I generally care about the Pistons.
That's funny.
No, I could generally care about the Pistons. Like, I'm like, yo, like, I don't really follow them as much because I tend to get into things that if I don't like it, I want to really get into why I don't like it, to the root of it all. Like with the Pistons, like what y'all doing with y'all team? Like, what's your point guard situation? You're keeping Reggie Jackson?
Man, I don't even know. I don't follow enough basketball to really know. I just watched the draft and I was like, who's this French dude I never heard of?
Sekou.
It sounds like a Darko Milicic situation.
No, but his name is Sekou. I guess Sekou's my boy.
Some unknown dude. I don't even know what pick they had. 8.
Again, that's your team.
we had.
I think they had a lottery pick or just outside the lottery, like 14, 15.
Romeo.
There was definitely some players there.
So I'm not gonna say.
I mean, Bol was still there.
Yeah, but
Steal of the draft.
Nah, but
he's gonna be like he's got like a Kevin Durant skill set.
What do you think about Brandon Clark for the Grizzlies?
I will see with him.
I asked that question
I didn't
about
even-
other people. People said the same.
I watched the first 5 picks. Actually, I listened to them because I was in my car. I listened to the first 5 picks, and then I turned the radio, and then I was like, okay, it's about. Then I looked on Facebook, and I missed the Pistons pick, so I went back and watched that shit. And then I was like, all right, there's only like 2 rounds anyway. I don't even think the Pistons had more picks. So
being a generous
my
person,
draft was like quick, man.
no, but being the generous person that I am and working on not being selfish and not being about me, I see that me and my Knicks, we did pretty good.
Wait, what?
That's what he was waiting for.
I let y'all talk about y'all teams. I let y'all talk about
okay,
y'all teams. I let y'all
okay.
talk about your teams. So I'll put y'all teams out there.
Let's talk about the trash dumpster fire.
The Knicks.
The Knicks.
See, the Knicks right now, and I'm loving it. Right, because
They had a good draft though, right?
they had a good draft. If anything, they went with lefties and they went with Canadians. Because they got one dude that went to Michigan, and this is
Jordan Poole, yeah, that dude can ball.
No, not Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole went to
where he go?
Where did Jordan Poole go? He went to the Warriors.
Oh, that's right.
And that's good because Clay is going to be out. If they look to re-sign Clay, they could just run Jordan Poole with Curry, and that's your boy. No, they end up getting the other dude. Braz what's his name?
Oh, the Polish dude.
Yeah, what's his name? Like that's your team.
Yeah.
No, but
I
they
can't
got
pronounce
him.
his shit.
No,
But-
is he Polish? I thought he was Canadian.
Is he? He got a lot of consonants in his name, man. He's either Polish.
Yeah, but he's left-handed. But the way that with the Knicks, like they got so tempted to trade that 3rd pick, like they got tempted with trading for Chris Paul and getting saddled with that badass contract. And I was the old Knicks will always go after retreads. They will, even though like no matter what you say about Chris Paul, he's a great player. But I would prefer Chris Paul
but
10 years ago.
He should retire now, though. He's like.
No, he's the old grizzled vet that will bring leadership to your team. Like he would not just be a point guard and a general on the court. Like he'll be a general on the bench and in the locker room and off the court as well. Like he's a good organization type of guy. Like you're not just paying for a play, you're paying for an organizational type guy because he will do good community work. He'll bring bowling tournaments to your city. Like now,
Yeah, that's true.
like he
He
travels
does a lot
well.
of stuff. He does a lot of stuff.
So the money that he's worth, okay, you'll get all of that. But for me, it's all about what's on the court right now. Like they could have easily traded that pick and made a move for Anthony Davis, but they slipped pat and they're like, okay, we're gonna try to build a young core, kind of like how New Orleans have kind of like a young core, right? And we're going to just build like that and groom our players. Because one thing I say about the Knicks is that when is the last rookie that we drafted, that we re-signed to a new contract? Charlie Ward. It goes
hard. Yo,
It
why
goes
does
that-
it keep going back to this?
it goes that far back though.
So the last dude that you signed from a rookie contract to another contract.
Because what we end up
is one of
doing
the
is we end up
biggest bums in your organization.
No, what we end up doing is we draft dudes and then we end up trading them away. Because even with Porzingis, it was a chance that Porzingis would have been the first dude in a long time, right? But there's a lot of stuff with him, and we end up trading him away before his rookie contract is over.
Hey, Charlie Ward, you can still get these buckets.
Says Daryl.
Oh man,
But
Come
I
get
just
these
hope this-
buckets, Charlie Ward.
But with my Knicks is like the other thing now is like, okay, we're in a position. Do we go after a hurt Durant? Because again, what Knicks like to do in free agency is, and not through trade, because Melo came via trade, not through free agency. But what they tend to do in free agency is to get injured players that are great players. Amari Stoudemire,
Right.
Larry Johnson, like. There's a lot of dudes that are injured. Now, are we going to follow that and go with
Can they afford Kevin Durant, though? Because he's still going to command Supermax, man.
No. But see, the
Even
thing
even
is,
even not being able to play for a year, he's gonna
no, but
come back if somebody's gonna give him
Golden
a
State
supermax.
being his home team, the team that he's been with the longest, they can offer him the most money and the most years. The next team can offer him, a lot of money, but not as much as the team that already has him. But does the Knicks want to invest in an injured player? And I was saying that, okay, it comes down to what Kevin Durant's game is predicated on. People that usually get that type of injury, their game is hampered when it's predicated on driving and slashing and having that first step. Durant game isn't really predicated on that. He could do a little dribble and he could always shoot over you. So as long as he's staying in his square, he can do his thing, and you're not really putting that much pressure where
he don't
has
really
to
shake
step off.
motherfuckers down like that. He just
And with a young Knicks team, he can be the guy. He can sit for a year, watch how the team develops underneath the coach after 1 year, because this is going to be year 2 now, and we're going to have to see the growth with the team underneath the coach and under the organization. Now, are we going to go after Kyrie? Now, Kyrie, he wants his own team, and he's leaving Boston because it seems like their fans are pushing him out. Like, they really don't want him. Like,
because he didn't want to be there.
You don't
Like,
want
why
to be
you
there.
want to be?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't. He
there's
never
a lot
wanted
of,
to be there. It
things
was like
in this Boston, and you know how I feel.
it was like a
about the
pass through for
Celtics.
him. But I mean, y'all picked up R.J. Barrett, so I mean,
And I like that.
only thing I don't like about R.J. Barrett is he's a high volume shooter and he doesn't
is.
make a lot of his shots.
Well, see, with this team now, right?
It's like
With
it's
this
like,
team with Dennis Smith,
it's like Melo 2.0 and shit.
with Dennis Smith, with Mitchell Robinson, with Alonzo Trier, even with Kevin Knox, they have a young core, and just run with them and grow with them. But you see, the thing that people fall into the trap is, we've been just doing this for a long time, and no, what we've been doing is we've been mortgaging our future on winning now. Oh, we got to trade away all the young dudes, and we got to get Anthony Davis, and we got to do this. And
That's what happens when your team is trash for so
in New
long.
York,
I mean,
and that's the
the only
pressurization
difference
of
between New York and the Pistons is that nobody wants to play in Detroit because it's cold as shit.
And it's
And
not
and
really
it's not
a market.
New York. It's not like a huge like.
You're not
media
on
market.
Madison. You're not on Madison Square Garden. You're not in Times Square. You're not
because,
because every time people travel from out of the country and they come to New York, they want to see the lights. And now your posters in the big lights. That's why Knicks games always sell out, because when foreigners come into the country, it's like, all right, what are we doing tonight? All right, Broadway sold out. This is kind of dangerous. We're not going there. But Brooklyn, like, that's where Brooklyn is kind of changing that little outlook on things. It's like, a lot of cabbies aren't going to drive to Brooklyn. Go from Times Square to Brooklyn.
Detroit's a historic.
We're not going to
It's
Brooklyn.
historic, but it's not a tourist.
No,
spot.
it's a
But
historic.
Madison Square Garden
When
always
motherfuckers come
has
to the
that
United States, unless
lights.
they're coming from like the Middle East, they're not going to Detroit first, man.
Yeah.
They're going to Chicago way before they're going to Detroit.
If you want to learn about the birthplace of Motown and all those,
Yeah, but
great
still,
singers
like,
Yeah,
and all
but
that
like
stuff,
it's like
on the most part.
when you're outside the country and you look at the United States, you look at New York,
And LA.
Chicago, Miami.
Miami.
Detroit is like 6th or 7th on the list, and it's like, oh, that's where they make the cars, right? Yeah, let me go check it out. Or Motown, like if they're musicians. Or from the Middle East, because Dearborn has like the highest population. I don't know why Middle Eastern people would leave the desert and then come
To
to
Detroit.
one of the coldest places in the country. But
They're probably sick and tired of heat.
all right, it's reversed, right? It's reversed. You know, we're always like, one day when I retire, I'm going to Florida or Arizona.
But it is
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
You know, desert folks is like, when I retire, I'm going to Alaska.
I'm going to Detroit.
I
going
want
to-
to see motherfucking
I'm going
snow.
to Wisconsin so I can see snow.
I want to make a
Lots
snowman.
of snow.
I want to make a snowman.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, really and truly, that could be the logic of it all too.
I think
because
it's
it's
gonna
like,
be
yo,
interesting,
if you're
man.
in the cold all your life, you want to like retire in some kind of warmth. If you've been in the hot your whole life, you might be like, yo, I just want to chill.
I just want to go somewhere where it's not humid.
I can breathe. The air is crisp.
No more humidities.
Yeah, you know, humidity. yeah. Powdered clumps.
Oh my god.
Man, damn.
Shit, this Double XL magazine cover came out.
Yo.
Yeah,
The
man.
new freshman class of Double
You know
XL.
what?
I'm gonna say this before you go.
Go ahead.
I can't like I don't know any of those dudes, so I can't really like
I know a few.
I can't really put any real stamp on this double XL cover. Like a lot of people like it's whack, and then there's a lot of people that's like it's great. I just assume that every year the double XL cover is the best of the people that are out right now for today's music. Like you can't get mad at double XL cover if you grew up in the '90s because none of those dudes on that cover were probably even born in the '90s.
Oh, A Twinkle in the Eye.
Oh yeah.
Or they were really like they were babies.
Yeah.
So it's their parents' fault that they rap like this. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of music now.
It's a different kind of music.
It's a different kind of music now. And you don't have to be a fan of it, but you gotta at least respect the fact that like over the years, Double XL's been fairly accurate in putting the best of what is out there. And it's a freshman class too. You can't get confused with like, how is this motherfucker on the cover? Like, this the freshman class. He's supposed to be the newest dudes. They on mixtapes or whatever.
And not only
the fuck.
that, these are like the most progressive right now.
Do they
that
still
is
do mixtapes?
moving along. They still do mixtapes.
Right.
Absolutely. Mixtape. Listen, you can't.
But they ain't slanging them like
You can't
you're not getting no
sit
cassette.
here, in the rap industry nowadays. Album sales, that shit doesn't matter. It's all about
It's all
streaming.
about streams,
It's
right?
all about streaming, and it's like
Speaking of which, go to
because-
one of the Spotify accounts: Spotify, YouTube, Spreaker, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio.
Yep.
Stream the show.
Instagram, the
Label
Saturday
up.
conversation.
Instagram, Saturday Conversation. Stream the show.
Shows. I think the most
See that commercial?
the
I
most
just did?
influential in the sense of like what's like
Hashtag
hot
label up.
today is the baby. He's like
The Baby.
That's his name.
that he called. Well, he at first he called himself Baby Jesus.
Oh,
Then he had to change it because of
know.
obviously.
Yeah. For
But
obvious reasons.
If you ever watch his videos, I'm telling you right now, like how the absurdity that he puts into like the comedy in his videos makes you want to watch the next one,
haven't watched
which was just like
dude,
Red
I haven't
Man.
watched a video in 10 years.
I was watching the Red. What's the Red Man song where the girl fucks up herself on the bike on the car? What's that song?
Alvida?
I think so.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen videos like what
And
he
even when-
does since Red
And even
Man
when I was
used to
watching
do that.
videos on a regular basis, I wasn't watching videos like that, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I come from the era where we just watch videos. Because if I was on punishment, we watched BET After Dark or we watched videos.
106 in Park?
106 in Park.
106 in Park. Yeah.
You know,
But
I heard
wait,
that.
Rap
Wait,
City in the
all right,
basement.
wait.
I heard
so,
that
so-
YK Osiris, is that his name?
YK Osiris. OT Osiris.
OT some shit.
Yeah.
Something Osiris.
OT Genesis.
No, not OT Genesis. His name's like YK or YT or Osiris something.
Oh yeah, YK Osiris. Yep.
I heard a couple of his tracks while I was riding people around and
Yeah.
on the satellite radio.
Roddy Rich, Little Moxie,
terrible.
Gunna is nice.
Gunna's nice. I heard of Gunna. I heard of Roddy Rich.
The only
But
person I
Tierra
really
Whack is
can't.
my favorite one.
The only person I
Out of
really
them all.
can't handle right now at all on any level is 21 Savage
What about Blueface, baby?
and Blueface. Blueface. is
Tatiana.
terrible.
Well, 21
Blueface,
Savage is
baby.
long gone off this list.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
Oh, in
of,
general?
like,
He's just saying.
like the new music. If I see it, I just change the channel,
Really?
man. Like
It's-
I can't.
I'm not totally
I
turned
can't
off.
fuck with him, man. I can't.
It's kind. I look at it like Kodak Black. When he first came out, I wasn't really feeling him. Till I listened to like a recent things like the Malcolm X song that he came out with just recently, I kind of like it. He's not my there's something about Florida rappers that kind of turned me off.
I just
to
never
music.
gave him a chance.
Just maybe it's the country twang and just like the shit that they talk about, especially with him.
just
I don't know,
Never gave
man.
him a chance.
That Ace Hood album was dope.
No, Ace Hood, but that's like Ace Hood's like 2000, like 10, 2009 to me, man. He's not old school, but when it comes
Actually,
to
I
like
was listening to
5
Ace Hood
years,
in like 05.
No, but
yeah,
but
yeah,
no,
yeah.
but you see, like the rappers I listen to, like Benny the Butcher, like
Oh,
he's
yeah,
not gonna
but-
be on there. Like Westside Guns, I don't know if he was on any of the other cover.
nah,
Your
the
old
underground
Droog,
dudes,
like your old Droog is another dude that I like to listen to.
Jedi
but,
Mind Tricks.
See, but Jedi Mind Tricks is old though. He's been out forever, ever.
So is Logic, but he just recently came out
out
on a
to-
freshman year. So
yeah,
it's
out
like
to bubble,
it's all
bubble.
about when
Yeah,
you bubble
it's
on
all
your
about
commercial.
when you
Yeah.
bubble.
Logic,
Yeah,
Because
Logic
Logic
came
was
around.
Logic was doing music for like
forever.
forever before he
15
came out.
years.
Because Anderson .Paak was on a cover, but he was bubbling for a long time back when he was
It's about when you
Breezy.
really hit it is when you get to that's like
you
it's
just-
like it's like dudes that get drafted into like baseball, right? And they play in the minor leagues forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they get called
they
up.
30 and they a rookie They've been playing baseball for 6-7 years and shit. Like they're
Logic,
really
there's
a rookie.
There's a difference
Yep.
with Logic. Logic's been around so long that it was up to just him
I fucks
to
with Logic.
do that bubble. I fucks with Logic.
I fucks with Logic.
I fuck with Logic.
I fuck with Logic heavy. That album is dope. That Supermarket album is trash.
No,
but it
yeah.
goes to a book.
Yeah.
So it's more like the soundtrack for a book or whatever the fuck it is.
You know what? I don't-
But the new album is dope, man. Like,
I guess I gotta give him a chance.
Compared to the freshman class,
No, but again,
there's really not anybody lyrically challenging.
no, I like Tiara Mack. She's one of my favorites. Like, and I didn't know she was gonna make that list. I thought she'd been out for a minute too. Like, she's done a lot of stuff. So she's the one that I would pick as like the gem of the ball, I guess.
the gem of the ball.
She's definitely the gem of the ball. Just it's so hard for a female artist in the rap game, especially when you already have two that are supposedly reigning supreme. And it's like almost every 5 years we can only take 2 to 3 female rappers, and that's it. For some reason.
one at a time.
And
Because
I
then
miss female rappers. I miss it.
see, even when they used to have groups and they used to be together,
Right.
and then
Oh
they
my
used like
God.
even in the native tongues there was Moni Love, there was Queen
Well, now they're
Latifah.
city girls.
Well,
But with the braid.
They're so trash.
no, but again, like
They're so trash, but their production is so sweet. Like the beat catch you, and before you know it, you're bopping your head, and then you listen to the lyrics, and you're
Let
like,
me ask you this.
"Fuck am I listening
Let me
to?"
ask you this. Do you think
It's too late now.
Let me ask you this: do you think people that are Britney Spears fans go to watch Britney sing or to perform?
Or the whole like the show.
Christina Aguilera, do they go see her perform or sing?
Do they go for the voice or do they go for
I
the
don't know.
whole
I don't
show?
know. Well, Christina Aguilera can actually sing.
She can sing her
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
off.
she really
And I
can.
secure the performance.
I think it depends on like who you are. Like if you're a performer, like I think that I think that Usher can sing, but I think that most people go for his show. Same with Justin Timberlake. People go for his show. Beyonce. People go for his show.
She puts on a
Beyonce
great
can't
show.
sing. She
I've
can't even
never
sing to
seen-
me. But I'm on record.
The show.
I'm on record.
Me and you might be the only one, but the Beehive, we love you. we
Hey,
gotta be careful.
your girl
with that.
can't really sing. Like,
Hey.
but she put on a dope show. Like,
She
if
puts
you watch
on
her
great
concerts, are dope.
performances.
Babyface couldn't really sing neither, but he's a writing genius.
What's that? Is that your Anita Baker?
That's your baby. That's your,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say that line's gotta be 50-50. Go tell a super fan Britney Spears can't sing, and you'll get your ass whooped.
Yo, and
Yeah.
see, but this is the reason why I was saying
Britney,
that.
bitch.
But this is the reason why I was saying.
Britney, bitch.
No, you're right. This is the reason why I was saying that about the City Girls. People are going to go see Britney because they're guaranteed to watch a great performance. Even though, in my
you
personal
really think
opinion,
the City Girls putting on a great performance right now?
she's so. Do you see her
I haven't
shows?
seen. No, I haven't seen anything. That's all I'm asking.
She got over 60,000 people going to watch her, but we're talking about people from this generation and then that were born in like 81.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. From a DJ perspective, that shit bangs in the club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate because if you go past the beat, like what they're saying ain't about shit, and how they're saying it ain't about shit. Like their delivery is garbage.
See, and that for me that it was the whole point.
But that shit is spicy. Like I can't. I be in the car like just getting that shit. Man.
that was.
Like,
And see, I know I get heat for it because I'm like, yo, I don't hold Missy Elliott to that high esteem because it was like her music bangs, but when you hear the lyrics, it's trash, and it became acceptable. It became acceptable where it's like, yo, but the beat bangs though.
beat bangs,
and then
when the beat bangs, and if you can nod your head to the beat, then you can play it in the club.
But
and it don't matter.
If you
but-
don't listen to Lose Control right now, you won't.
no. But I'm saying, just the music itself, like
that's
the
the-
message, like
That's
me.
the true difference though between
Me, I look at it more of a like from a social standpoint where I used to work with kids, and one thing that it used to bother me is when the kids start actually reciting these songs, it becomes something
Right.
ingrained in their mind
like
that this is the
these chicks is out here
acceptable
talking about some
behavior.
real thought shit.
And this
some
is
real,
like when you start reciting this over and over as a kid, this now becomes your way of living. This is your way of thinking.
So that's the
as
same you
as
can say about the grunge era when Radiohead is I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like
But that's the difference between like when motherfuckers go like super mainstream. If you notice, it's all about the beat and how the beat people feel about the beat. and then you can pretty much say whatever the fuck you want,
And that's where
and like only like 10% are actually listening to the lyrics. Everybody else is like, this shit bangs. I'm gonna throw it in the club. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's gonna
super
dance to it.
popular song, The Blues Traveler. Literally, the lyrics are just
Oh,
he's
what?
singing like, "This is just lyrics. No one cares what I'm saying right now." The song is really good. That's literally what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like no one cares. No one's even gonna know what I'm saying. They don't listen to the lyrics. They don't even want to know.
Yeah.
But the song's really good.
Blueface, baby. That's why I like Blueface. He don't even be on beat. I don't even care. He's like, fuck all the rules of hip hop. I'm gonna put it on the beat and not be on beat. I'm like, this
Yo,
dude is,
but
and he's doing
even
it,
back in the day with J. Rule the Damager, he had that song "You're Playing Yourself," right? And he was like with all this rah rah. In the video itself, the video was about him like wearing gold chains and being like the CB4 type rappers. That's where I'm seeing where a lot of these rappers are just industry made. They're just made to make money. They're not. They don't care
isn't
about
that-
the message because, if anything, what a lot of older people in hip hop have a problem with is that the mainstream is really just only pushing that negative image. So now you're programming the kids that just have that mentality where you're shunning like any kind of real songs.
But I mean, like after like '92, isn't that hip hop anyway?
But
Dude,
this
I'm
is the
telling
thing,
you,
though.
that's
But
like-
That's
but
hip hop
even-
anyway. Drug dealing, flossing, being fly, grabbing bitches.
88,
and then
89.
and then if you're a chick, it's about scheming dudes, getting money, fake asses, twerking.
And
like
that's
the
where-
formula for success, and that's been the formula since like the late '80s, early '90s.
And that's where like somebody like Muhammadiyah always got squeezed out of the hip hop game
and then you
because
sprinkle
she was
in backpack rap.
Yeah.
and it keeps the industry honest.
yeah. But
You know what
you
I'm
see
saying?
that level of backpack rap and that mainstream rap isn't there
You know?
anymore. It's no more.
No,
of
it's if you take a sports analogy, right? Like basketball, the game's changed. Everybody's shooting them threes.
Yeah, because
what I'm
everybody
saying?
got the-
and then
without
you
the hand
got
check-in.
but then occasionally you get like a true center. Those are the backpack rappers. You know what I'm saying? They like the true centers in basketball, or like the linemen in football. Like they
the
just,
Rudy Gobert's.
All the real skateboarders gonna hate me right now. Fuck Lupe Fiasco. Fuck
Lupe Fiasco? Really? You
Like
don't
the
like
last,
I'm
last
not
album.
into him like that.
The last great album that I thought that I bought in my mind was 2008 in Barnes and Nobles in New York, and it was The Cool. I thought The Cool was probably like at that point the best album of that year. Then he came out with Lasers, trash. Then he became a samurai. What the fuck?
That's your point.
Which
I
is
don't
your
know.
life. Do what you want to do. But when you,
I don't
when
follow
you,
it like that, though.
when you sit there and you put yourself as a self-proclaimed great rapper, and then your last album was literally down on the boat. It's like
I mean, we still
you
waiting
may
for
want
that Yasin Bey album.
No, it's in
It been in
museums.
the works, man.
No,
I'm
it's
just
in
saying.
museums.
I'm just saying, as an
No,
artist,
they said it's in museums traveling, so you got to go to the museum to hear his music while you're in the museum.
oh, who?
But I won't want that shit. I want that shit on my iTunes.
And
man.
that's what
On
people have a
fucking-
problem.
on my
That-
Apple
that's-
Music.
that's what he's
That's
trying to
like
break
that's
away
like
from.
Dre.
music
That's
again?
like Dre doing
Yasin
it.
Bey.
Most Def.
Most
Who
Def.
been doing some wild shit ever since he did that record where he played the drums on all the songs, and I was like, I don't know about this.
See,
But
this is what happened.
His lyrical content has never gone down, so I'll still fuck with
course
him.
not.
But it's like we still waiting for Detox. What's Dre gonna be like? We're only showing that shit in
Dude,
museums.
stop.
Fuck out of here, man.
No, but you see, Andre 3000's been dropping a lot of stuff on the low, like a lot of features and stuff like that. He's been with Innocent Pac. He's done damn, who was it with Kendrick Lamar? I had a song I was working on for my podcast. Shit, there was a couple of other, but just like artists like Kendrick Lamar. But my whole point, though, when it comes to women rappers, is that look at the image that it has to be as women rappers. Is you can't have two female at
I
the
know,
top
'cause, like,
at the same time.
Young
They
M.A.
have to
was
be-
like a flash in the pan. Like they were like, damn, she's dope. Oh,
but
but first, or maybe it was like, yo, who's this dude with the high with the light voice?
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
it was like,
Young Ma.
oh, it's a chick.
it's young,
Oh,
and then it was Young Ma.
Then it was like
it's Young M.A.
Then it was like, okay, damn,
This was like
she looks rough. All right, we gotta stop fucking with her. She's nice though, but
Yeah,
we
yeah.
gonna move over here. Oh, Nikki's out. All right, boom, Nikki.
And then her lifestyle is-
This is the thing
Yeah.
about her. It's because she has her own masters, her own label.
Yeah,
so
nah,
it's like they have to really do whatever the fuck she wants to do, and that's not happening. And ever since she said no to the lesbian character portrayal in the Empire show that they wanted her to be, it was
Yeah.
like they were trying to build her rap career image off of that character. Kind of like how a lot of rappers are doing in the reality shows. And that's not how she wanted to be known. So that's why she's always going to be... She's on the cusp of being a commercial / backpack rapper. Because she doesn't belong to any label. She runs her own shit and she produces...
Oh, she's nice. She goes with that street, that street shit.
But then what she does is that she just streams one video at a time and she makes millions off those videos.
Oh, I'm sure.
Millions of streams off those videos. And then YouTube just pays
She
her.
went on tour last year without a fucking album.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. And her album is like 2-3 years old. And
Right.
she's still performing those songs. So it's like, if you can still perform those songs from 3 years back... That's what all the R&B singers are doing now.
Yeah, well,
That are not putting out new music.
because really and truly, like, people usually go to concerts and they want to hear your old shit. Oh, play the classics.
Oh yeah, I don't want to hear the new shit if I hadn't heard the album yet.
No.
And you better play the classics.
Nah, I was with my mother one time and she started yelling, "I want to hear some new music." I'm like, yo, ma, chill. No, I'm tired of hearing all this stale music. Yo, play something new. Like, come on,
shit.
man.
Actually, we went to see
I
J.
want to hear some new shit.
We went to see J. Cole. It was now like 2 years ago,
so
and
jealous of you.
dude played just his new album. And
And
then
he
I
was
think
mad?
he did maybe 2 classics, but he just basically was like, "I'm gonna do my whole album cover to cover for you," and that was the show. It was dope.
No, but Stevie Wonder did that.
Like,
Me
I'm
and my
on tour
lady.
for my new shit, not on tour for my old shit.
No, me and my lady, we traveled all the way out to Connecticut to go see Stevie Wonder. And
I
he
thought you
was
say
just
all the way out to Connecticut, like that's just like right there, bro.
No, because this is why it's all the way out in Connecticut. Because the way we went,
Dude, it's like 30 minutes away.
no, the way we went, right? I don't know why. I don't know why the directions gave us. No, because you know when you go Google Map and they give
Oh,
you
you went through the
directions.
backwards, man.
And I went through the
You must have
backwards.
changed your shit to no
fucking
tolls because you
MapQuest.
cheat.
Nah,
You changed the shit to no tolls.
MapQuest.
He's like, I don't want to pay no tolls. Let's just take the no toll route.
I don't
Then he
know
was
why.
in the backwoods.
But you did you
trying to
have
see
you ever
the
gone that backwoods?
I have.
Them backwoods is a long ride. Especially, like, I swear to Moses, I saw a house that had, like, a little noose in their little pants.
A noose?
And I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's just keep going straight. Let's keep going straight. Because if anything, we're going to go straight through this. Cause
Yo, I done been in some country ass towns, man. Like, we were in Texas. We drove from Dallas to Austin. But before you get to, like, Round Rock,
it's nothing.
it's like...
This nigga called me every day.
It's like
ain't shit out here.
Texas, man. Like, all you see is farmland and ranches,
Land.
and then we
Land.
Is it flat?
And then it's flat,
bro. No
and then there
fucking
was an
hills.
accident or something that detoured us through like what looked like the smallest little town, like type of shit where you like, if I was to get out and go into the grocery store, it would just get real quiet.
And
Like
everybody stopped
everybody
and
would just be
looked at
like, "Don't make a move." Maybe
Oh,
you
hell
won't see
yeah.
us.
had
It's
the
like-
music playing. And
and my cousin was like, "Oh, when you come to Austin, try not to stop between here and Round Rock.
Don't do it.
because it's very." She uses the term "very Texas." It's very Texas.
she
What
tried to
she
get
meant
you
to
those
say
areas.
is very racy.
Yeah, she tried to give you the green
stopped
book,
at-
huh? She tried to give you the green book, huh?
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
listen.
We
this
stopped at some little like truck stop shit. It's the biggest shit. It's like a
This Piggly Wiggly is cool.
like what do you
this
call
one's
it? What-
not.
like a it's like a big. It's like a convenience store and a Walmart and a gas station, like all together. It was like it had like aisles and aisles of like and like a little supermarket. Like if you took like
And
a
a
market
liquor store, probably.
Like, if you took like a market basket, right, and then connected it to like a 7-Eleven, and then connected that 7-Eleven to like a Bass Pro,
No,
and it was like I forget what it's called.
No, in this plaza where my
But if you're listening, text me the name of the place that we went to in Texas with the big ass, where you could get like fucking. They had like just the middle, just had like roast beef sandwiches and shit. And then
no, because like there's a plaza where my daughter lives down in Florida.
it wasn't a plaza; it was all one building.
It was all one building.
It was all one building.
That is Texas, bro.
Yeah,
This is we're talking about places where the sheriff could become the mayor in a day. You know what I'm saying? The population is 1,400.
Well, probably in certain sections. I got a book over there.
Like,
I got a book over there of
just
land
saying,
in Texas.
that's what-
and it's like $1 million, and it's acres and acres of
Yeah.
land in Texas. 'Cause
Yo, the amount
that
of
book
money-
got- oh my
amount of
goodness.
The amount of money that your house is worth, you could go to Texas and get like 4 times more property,
Hell yeah.
Yo, for real. That's why I love
and
that
not
book.
change the size of your house.
That's what I love about Texas.
But
Besides
No,
alcohol
but-
everywhere.
Yeah, but there's no
And guns.
but there's no bodegas in Texas, man. Like fuck that shit.
No, there ain't no
Actually-
Puerto Ricans or Dominicans.
Nah, come
There's
on, man.
mad Mexicans though.
There's mad Mexicans, but they don't believe in bodegas. They'll fix your roof and sell
No,
you
but
oranges.
I'm saying
the
just
same
in general, there's no corner store. Like
No.
you gotta like have like
That's 'cause they-
Listen,
you get
corner
coolers.
stores attract niggas.
No, you get coolers of like meat, like because when you go to the store, that's the last time you go
Texas
to the
is
store
about
for the month.
barbecue, man. You ain't going to know. You ain't walk. First of all, Texas is big as shit. You ain't walking to the corner store.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like
You're not walking.
I like that interconnection with people rather than it be miles away. Like
Listen,
some people
Texas
like that.
got its own sun. Bro.
People like
That's
that
not even
elbow
human.
room.
That's-
Like I'm from New York. Like
You got to remember something about Texas, though. They're the only state in the union that could secede and not have to worry about getting
got
power
their
from
own
anywhere else.
oil.
They have
They're
their
number two
own-
in the world.
They're the only state that's on their actual own power grid.
Yep.
So they can just be like, "Fuck y'all."
Not only that,
we're Mexico again.
Right.
the engineers that created the train system DART in Texas is the same railroad system that created the trains in Puerto Rico. So they deal with shipping and exports of all different goods, and they're two in the world next to like I think maybe China. Or I forgot what country. Or what it was, but they're like number 2 when it comes to that. So it's like they could really live without the rest of the country, and they'll be fine. Nothing.
Plus, they have all the cattle and oil.
And they got no casinos too. People are like, how is there no casinos? They killed all the Indians.
Wow. Well, on that note, we were up against it. So,
Yeah.
Is that your final thought there?
No, not about
Texas.
Texas. I love Texas, but Texas is probably the only place where I've been to where white folks will be kind enough to let you know that your little black ass shouldn't be in this town.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
They'll let you know.
they're very open about their
They're
racism.
very open. They're like, hey, just to let you know, brother. And they say brother everything. They're like,
And
brother.
I'm okay with like wildly open racism because at least you know going in.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, this is not a good place for you to be. Word.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Up here, it's like, oh
Duly
no, I
noted.
have black friends
Thanks.
too.
Duly noted.
Where are
Thanks.
they?
Yeah.
Where are these black?
You don't want to be coming
What is it,
around these
Herman
yonders.
Cain?
Right?
What is it?
You wouldn't want to be coming around these yonders.
All right, so we got like 30 seconds apiece. Final thought.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
I got a Charlie horse in my legs. So
All right.
All right, well, we'll skip you. Go ahead.
I'll go summer jobs for kids. My daughter started her summer job at Ball
sweet.
Point Park last night with the Buddy Guy concert. I
nice.
tried to ask her how she was doing. She was probably sleeping because she probably got home at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to call her once the show's over. But yes, no, summer jobs and like how they make it so difficult for people to just have like lemonade stands. But my daughter wants to make some money so she could buy herself some Minecraft on her phone. So it's $7. I'm like, yeah, we'll see about earning money. So either way, rather than asking me for money, she asked how she can earn money. But summer jobs for kids, it's one of those things that we'll probably talk more about next week.
Word.
Basically just trying to find come subscribe. Not only that, come follow us on the Saturday Conversation on Instagram. I'm always on there. If there's topics that you guys want us to really tackle on that is really bothering you and then you need to talk about it, we'll talk about it. We'll see what's good.
Nah, we ain't talking about that shit.
We'll take it into
We're
consideration.
taking it into consideration.
Yes,
We're
yes,
at the
yes.
end of the
I
day.
know my
we
Charlie
talk
horse still
about-
isn't gone.
We always gonna talk about what the fuck we want to talk about. But if you got some good topics,
some good topics,
then you
we'll take
definitely will take a look at them.
Whatever
and shit.
we talk about,
If
you want to talk about it too?
I didn't.
It's a conversation, so you know what I'm saying. We try to talk about it all.
If you know
I just
Charlie
like
Ward.
to quickly address. If you know Charlie Ward, that's right. That's fuck everything I was gonna say. Everything I was gonna say just went out the window.
Yeah!
If you know Charlie Ward,
Yeah.
tell him to come get these motherfucking buckets.
Bring Larry Johnson with you so I can get that autograph.
man.
That's my dude, Larry Johnson.
One-on-one.
Next,
Weeks.
baby. But
Charlie,
yeah,
3 weeks in a row. If Charlie Ward watches 3 weeks of this show, he's gonna
If
be
Charlie
like,
Ward watches from like episode 5,
he's stretching so he ain't got no Charlie horse.
we on episode 39. I've been calling Charlie Ward out since like episode 5 to come get these buckets. I think he's ducking me. You know what I'm saying? He don't want this smoke. Charlie Ward,
I'll find his
come
email.
get these motherfucking buckets,
I'll
yo.
find his email and send a link of the video. To
Hey,
him.
send it. I tagged him on. I tagged him
Check him up
on.
on Instagram. Be like, yo,
I tagged him on Twitter. No response.
I'm a CC Charlie Ward. Who?
I tagged you on Twitter, Charlie Ward. You ain't no
you
response.
gotta at least have like a demo tape for us to like cut for Vinny so showing the
Hey,
phone.
Vinny, we gonna go to the court. We're going to put some jump shots
Right.
up.
Real quick.
And we gotta go live so to show how it's fluid.
Real quick.
Because you can't be airballing and then trying to cut it.
Oh, no, we're going to edit that
post.
shit. It's going to look like I made all the baskets.
In post, huh?
Congratulations to Jason Tatum being the new Jordan athlete. Yeah.
Oh, Jason
Celtics. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Tatum.
Even though they were like, the ball hogger award online, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna turn this
That's what
computer off.
he got the new Jordan ball.
He got the ball hogger award.
Or is he just wearing the Kobe's? Because Kobe never passed the rock.
He does work out with Kobe though.
Or the Mellows. That's another one.
He does work out with Kobe.
Jordan.
Charlie Ward.
Get these buckets.
Vinny, you got anything?
Nah.
Vinny got nothing.
All right.
This is episode 39.
All right.
Yeah.
We ain't even get no players 39, huh? No, you usually get a sports player that's 39.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to, who was that? Rodney Harrison.
Number
That's
37.
the only number 37 in the Hall of Fame.
Rodney Harrison. All right. I'll give it up to him.
I don't know nobody that wear 39, but we'll figure it out.
For next week.
That seems like a goalie from hockey number or something like that.
It's like a fullback.
Yeah.
That's what you said about 37.
A shortstop that just got called up from minor
46.
league.
Right?
79.
But anyway, it's
Yeah,
episode 39, Saturday Morning Conversations. Man,
Yep.
DJ Caveman.
DJ
I'm
Monkey. Yep,
Uh,
yep.
Chocolate Suavemente.
Hey, hey, Ray.
Vinny the Rock Lord.
Yes, indeed.
We out.
Yo, Steve.